Sorry for no video updates for a few weeks, maybe more than a few. We've been waiting on a lot of parts. The biggest hang-ups have been the brake calipers. It's literally been like 2 months or more of trying to get ones that fit and work with the wheels that we have. Finally, in the end, we finally ended up just having the original ones rebuilt, which I guess in retrospect was probably the most straightforward thing to do, but one would think that people still make the brakes and that they fit, but they don't. The other thing is we spent a lot of time on the headlight doors opening and closing and all the electronics for that. And what else? Oh, putting the front grille back on, and anyways, getting the front grille to look as good as possible, given the parts we have and all the repairs and changes that have gone on over the years. It doesn't look too bad, but you can judge for yourself. So enjoy the video. Okay, headlights on. Headlights off. You'll notice that the headlights opened up fine and only one closed. So then the debugging process began, where we determined that one of the switches that is brand new did not work. Paul and Steve are putting the calipers back on for the umpteenth time, and what we didn't show was that we had to replace all the lug nuts with longer ones because a spacer was used on the wheel. So this is a pretty good shot of everything that goes into your front wheel. You know, you can see a solid line coming in from the upper left. That's the brake line, and it goes through a little gadget and converts into a flexible line, so that when you turn your wheels, you need to have some flexibility, so that you couldn't have a solid line all the way out there, wouldn't work. And then where the rubber line ends, you can see there's yet another solid line that wraps around and plugs into the calipers. And the red things in the center near the top are the sway bar end link bushings. The sway bar is something that keeps your car from kind of rolling too much when you make a corner. And the thing on the bottom, there's a horizontal bar with two little brackets and comes over, and that is tie rods and tie rod ends that when you turn your steering wheel, it pulls on those and makes the wheel rotate in and out. And then the upper right is the brake caliper, and inside of the caliper you can see there's two brake pads, and in the very center of the sandwich is the disc rotor. So when you push on your brakes, hydraulic fluid comes down the solid line into the flexible line into the caliper and squeezes together the brake pads onto the rotor to stop your car. Listen to those tires squeak. Think you're good. Straighten up, or actually turn your ass in towards the street. Phew! All right. Try the brakes. All right, look at that. What's all this? Hold up, Paul. I'm a little concerned about all this. So after looking into the car, we figured out this was just a hole in the center muffler, the one that goes kind of between the rear wheels. Just condensation dripping out. Well, good news is it seems to stop and turn. Oh, here we come, around the horn. You got some more there? Okay, so we got a new switch, replaced it for the other new switch, put the door covers on, and are attempting to try this test again. Will the doors open and close? And look at that, they're working. Nice. I'm trying to get used to this clutch. Alright, there's fourth gear. Yikes, I'm wandering. Holy gamoles. Yeah, the car needs to be aligned badly. That's coming up in just a few days. We're in Amish country. Okay, I'm going to show the highlights working with the grill completely assembled. Got to turn the car on. If I can reach the key, there we go. And headlights on. And headlights off. So we slowed down the speed by about a factor of 2 by using a voltage regulator and cutting it down to 6 volts instead of 12. And that's how that works. And so here she is back in the hangar, pretty much all together except for the hood. And we need to get the wheels aligned. We're having a new exhaust put in. And both of those things are happening by midweek this week. So then we can start trying to log 500 miles to break this baby in. And we need to twiddle with the carburetor a little still too. Stay tuned in.